This segment of the news is brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.
Welcome back. Bahamas Power and Light Company Limited defending those 4 96-ton rental engines that were transported from the Awaki port to its Blue Hills power station over the weekend. BPL's team moved 1 engine per night from Thursday, January 7th to Sunday, January 10th. The engines, according to BPL officials, are secured by a tender process won by local company Sun Oil and are necessary to shore up generation until the new plant, Station D, is completed and pumping power to the grid. Officials say as a matter of public concern, it is reiterating that the new rental units burn propane fuel, which is more environmentally acceptable than diesel, and that the new rentals are more fuel efficient than the rentals it currently employs. All told, the new rentals are expected to contribute to ensuring reliable, lower emissions and lower cost electricity. He adds that these generators will replace some of the existing rental generators. BPL thanks the public for their patience as they work to improve safety, reliability, and the cost of electricity. While the selection of a vaccine is on the horizon, health officials are expressing concern over case spikes on San Salvador. Chief Medical Officer Dr. Pearl McMillan says that while new cases in the country are relatively low, the spike of cases on San Salvador came at the start of 2021.
San Salvador had remained COVID-19 free for all of the first wave and for over 150 days during the second wave. Within the first 2 days of 2021, however, San Salvador recorded its first 2 cases of COVID-19. As of yesterday, there's a total of 7 cases on that island. This is cause for concern, and we appeal to the residents of San Salvador to be vigilant in their physical distancing, mask wearing, and other public health measures.
Dr. Pearl McMillan urges the public to not let their guards down. As she says, we must hold each other accountable. The CMO reminds others to pull their masks up and to decline invitations to large gatherings. Dr. Julian Bartlett further explained that the first case on San Salvador was someone who traveled from that island to New Providence, and as they tried to travel back to San Salvador, they was found to test positive during the process of the travel health visa. In crime news, a man and woman are in police custody this afternoon after they were allegedly found in possession of dangerous drugs shortly after 1 a.m. Monday. Police say officers from the operations unit, while armed with a search warrant, went to a residence on St. Vincent Road. While there, a male and female presented themselves as the occupants of the residence. A search of the house was conducted, and as a result, the officers discovered a quantity of suspected marijuana. Both were arrested. Meantime, 3 males were arrested for alleged possession of an unlicensed firearm shortly after 11 o'clock last night. Officers on Harbor Island in Eleuthera, acting on information, went to an unnamed road on the island. While there, they noticed 3 males who, when they saw the officers, ran away. The officers became suspicious and pursued the suspects. One of the officers observed when one of the suspects threw an object. He was caught and taken to the area where the object was thrown. A search of the area resulted in the officer recovering a green and black Taurus pistol. The officers were successful in capturing the other suspects. Investigations into these matters continue. In other crime news, a man and woman are in hospital, conditions unknown, after they were shot on Palm Beach Street sometime around 6 p.m. Monday. Police say the pair were in a parked car on Palm Beach Street when a lone gunman approached them and discharged his weapon in their direction. Both occupants received injuries as a result. They were transported to the hospital via private vehicle. Investigations into this matter continue. And in news from the courts, 4 men stood before Magistrate Andrew Forbes this afternoon in connection with 3 separate murders. The first, 31-year-old Kenneth Cummings. He's charged with 1 count of murder. It's alleged that on Tuesday, December 8th, 2020, he, while in New Providence, did cause the death of Vincent Knowles Jr. Cummings was denied bail and was remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections until February 12th for service of a voluntary bill of indictment. Second is 22-year-old Anthony Enelus. He's charged with one count of murder. It's alleged that on January 5th this year, he, while in New Providence, intentionally caused the death of Carlisle Johnson. Enelus is also charged with one count of possession of a firearm with intent to put another in fear. He was denied bail and remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections. He too returns to court on February 12th for service of a voluntary bill of indictment. 26-year-old Leonard Simonet and 18-year-old Mauricio Webster were both charged for murder. It's alleged that on December 23rd, while here in New Providence and concerned with others, they both caused the death of Bradley Strawn. The pair was denied bail and remanded to the Bahamas Department of Corrections. They also will return on February 12th for service of a voluntary bill of indictment. Stay with us. Our final story is up next.
This segment of the news has been brought to you by Sun Oil Limited.